At least that's what Harrison is convinced of.
Yes.
All right, you guys chat real quick while I get this in order. Push to talk, Deegan.
He's muted.
Push to talk,
He is
Deegan.
muted.
Hey.
Hey,
Howdy.
I got nothing to say now.
Seriously? Oh. I feel like someone should say something.
yeah. Well, that and we've got a zoo of animals to liberate.
That's what I was actually saying.
Uh,
I mean, I have to finish recovering from the healing that my former frenemy laid on me. So I'm going to be just kind of laying in this tent while Hera hangs out outside, pining away and completely mistrusting, whatever it is that's going on inside there. I got to say, jealousy is not a good look on her.
I don't know if she has any good looks. I haven't seen one yet.
Wow. Wow. Hey, careful.
Spicy.
That's my. I don't know what she is, but
I'm just saying. I mean, most times I see her, she's trying to kill us or accusing us of being thieves or.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm not saying she looks bad. I'm just saying we
She's rough
haven't
around the
seen any
edges.
good sides of her.
I've seen a good side to her.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
I haven't seen a good time.
Would you like to share with the class, Tyrion?
I'm just saying that she's shown me kindness and
Kindness.
kindness. Yeah. All right, Harrison. Enough with your innuendos.
Maybe it's just because me and Rook are, halflings. Maybe she's just a racist.
That's what it is.
I don't know if it's so much racism as I think it's just that y'all got off on the wrong foot, and I just happened to not be around when you all started brawling that time.
What? We're taller than that.
The funny thing is we weren't doing anything. You literally just charged into the clearing and started hacking us down.
You guys snuck off in the middle of the night. It was suspicious. Well, I guess it was the middle of the evening, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
she takes her guarding duties very seriously. What can I say? She
does. All right,
She
everybody.
protects everything in a 1 mile radius.
Everybody is in their place. We can officially start the stream now. Welcome to the Action Sturge. Tonight we will be playing some Dungeon World. We'll be playing our campaign. And yes, Tom takes a break. Unfortunately, there will be no points tonight. However, you are still earning points by watching, but we will not be redeeming any points. So there is that. With that as well, we want to shout out our friends at dndwow.com. You can go there and use our code theactionsturge to get 10% off of any mood changing or color changing mood dice in the store. So that's pretty cool. And so go buy some dice and let them know that we sent you. And with that, you can still suggest bad ideas. Yes. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go around and introduce yourself and who you're playing, and any facts, maybe one fact about your character that the viewers absolutely need to know. We can start with Harrison the Bard.
Hello, everybody. My name is Harrison. I am a human bard, and I'm sassy, and I wear great clothing. Abercrombie and Fitch.
All right, Aziz.
I'm Terry. I'm playing Aziz, the halfling druid. And Harrison is definitely not a girly man.
Absolutely not. I have scars from my sleep.
No. All right, Tyrion.
Brian, aka the Plastered Dragon. I'm playing Tyrion, a human cleric who is something of a zealot. and is trying really hard to help Harrison present a tougher image and failing at almost every turn.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Everybody give one interesting fact about how Harrison needs to be reformed.
I'm being bullied.
And Rook.
I'm the Deacon Smith. I play Rook, the halfling thief, and yeah, I've got Nobby. I'm Nobby all over, actually.
All right, cool. And so with that, we can begin. Now you said last time that you guys were tracking down a tiger? Question mark. And
Yeah.
And yes, Tyrion was laid up and healing. And I think today we're gonna start off with Tyrion. So it hasn't been too long into the, I think it's just about getting to be nighttime. The rest of you were over at the menagerie. You were talking to Rendali. Was that his name? Yes. You were talking to Rendali, who's the owner of the menagerie, who was giving you some information. I think the sun's just about setting, and Tyrion and Harold have been asleep for a couple of hours, I think, at this point. Tyrion, you will wake up in darkness, and you will feel a what feels like a hand on the a hand on your chest, sort of reaching for your for the collar of your shirt, as if to sort of pull it down.
All right.
And it's dark.
I'm going to wake up and try not to let on that I notice this, and just kind of be aware and ready to respond, grab the hand if it seems like they're, because it could just be my old pal just putting some more medicine on, or it could be someone trying to steal my friggin' holy symbol again. I don't jump to conclusions, so I like to, I want to wait and see what they do, but be ready, if it is someone trying to go for the holy symbol or trying to do something that doesn't seem related to healing, then I think I'll probably be doing like a defy danger or something.
Okay, so this hand is going to it's going to continue to sort of creep one digit at a time, up to where your chest is exposed, and then it's going to sort of feel like the digits are going to sort of feel around where the bottom of your throat is, and this is probably where you notice something weird, because these fingies, they don't end with like fleshy bumps. They sort of end with these like hard pinchy little bits, and you realize that this is probably not a hand as you once thought.
All right, in that case, I'm going to, can I attempt to grapple whoever or whatever this is?
Yeah, what would you do?
I want to just bring my arm up to grab it and roll over and try and pin whoever or whatever it is. Just kind of a sudden move to just startle and grab them.
Okay, and as you sort of roll over and try to you discover that nothing's there. You feel the weight of whatever it is sort of pull on your shirt, and then it releases, and you hear a soft like thud sort of on the mattress or the blankets, which you're wrapped up in, and at this point your disturbance the disturbance you have created has been noticed by someone else in the room, and a curtain will be kind of pulled back, and you'll see the face of Lucidia.
Can I discern realities to see if I can like figure out, like, see if there's like an indentation in the mattress or where whatever? Because I felt something and then I heard a thud, so maybe there's an invisible something.
Yeah, go ahead and discern realities. That's fine.
Let's see if I can discern. Oh, a 12. That's some good discerning right there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You get to ask some questions, I believe.
I get 3 questions.
Yes, you get to know everything.
I can know some things. So what here is not what it appears to be?
So the hand was definitely not a hand, and you get validated on this thought when the curtain is pulled aside, some light spills into this to this little cubby where you've been sleeping, and you can see very clearly, sort of jetting across the mattress and sort of cramming itself into a nook in the wall is this tarantula that is about the size of a hand, and you can see it sort of stuff itself into this crevasse in the wall and disappear.
I mean, I could ask 2 more questions, but I feel like that's kind of my answer. I guess what here is useful or valuable to me?
If you continue to sort of look down into the hole to follow it, you'll see that it is actually, like, the crevasse is not, like, it doesn't go anywhere, it's just a crack in the stone, and the thing has just completely disappeared. Leading you to believe that this was not a physical thing.
There was something magical going on.
Yeah.
And I guess what should I be on the lookout for, do I think, based off of those 2 things?
So,
other than the train.
Hello, train. So, so what should you be on the lookout for? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Anybody who could make an illusion like that, or cast a spell, or maybe that has a familiar. Like, you're not completely unfamiliar
right.
with the practices of magic users. So like
right. So it could have been a familiar, it could have been a summoned monster, it could have just been an illusion, but there's a number of things it could have been, and I wasn't aware long enough to.
Right, but all those things sort of point back to a magic user of some sort.
Right.
Lucidia is going to.
Maybe I'll ask Harrison later.
Okay. Oh yeah. So Lucidia is going to. She's going to sort of peek in. She says, "I wasn't expecting you to be awake already. Let me see your wound."
All right, and I show her and say, "I wasn't expecting to be accosted by construct or minion of a magical caster."
She looks around. She says, "I'm sorry."
Is this place not warded?
She says, "The shrine offers us many protections, but I suppose it doesn't offer those kind."
A small tarantula-like creature was on my chest and going for my throat when I awoke.
Don't be so overdramatic, Tyrion. It was a bug.
No. I startled it. It scurried into there, and I pointed to the hole, and when I looked in there, it had disappeared.
And she says, that's what spiders do.
No. No, disappeared. There is no outlet to that hole, and yet it had gone, vanished. This was not a small spider. It was the size of a hand.
She's gonna continue to look at you skeptically, but she reaches for the wound on your arm.
All right.
And when she removes the bandage, both of you are amazed at what you see, because there is no more wound. It appears that Eldeth has favored you.
Yes. I told you that the gods were smiling upon my path.
She doesn't look thrilled about being a little wrong, but she does seem relieved that you are healed. She'll also inform you that Harold will be asleep for quite some time, until the potion wears off. She says that you shouldn't even be awake right now, and that this delusion of a spider is probably some of the effects of the after effects of the tonic that she gave you.
Or something attacked me, and the gods woke me up to protect me.
She'll nod. She realizes that she's not gonna win this one.
No, she's not. There's no point arguing with a zealot.
She'll ask you to come pray with her.
I will.
So she'll take you out of her little out of her quarters essentially, and there's a spiral staircase that goes from that's original to the tower, and then it'll go up to the top of the stunted tower, and where the shrines are. So she'll take you up there, and you can feel the cool air of the night, and there are many candles lit up here, and there are many plinths with idols of the gods upon them. A couple of the plinths are empty, and but none of the pantheon seems to be missing. And indeed, there seems to be a few extra members as well. And when you enter up here, you can see that sort of kneeling in front of one of the idols that you don't necessarily or might not necessarily recognize is a very slender moon elf. That you recognize as Fala.
Greetings, Fala. What brings you here?
Oh, hello. And she'll stand up and give like a courteous nod, and she'll say,
I did not mean to interrupt your reverie.
Oh, not at all. I hardly ever pray anymore, but when I saw that there was an old faith shrine here, I decided it could not hurt to pray to the old gods.
I think that is commendable. And you're right, it cannot hurt.
I must thank you, friend, for gifting me that disgusting scale.
And why is that?
It turns out it is quite useful for spell.
Oh, very good. He will be happy to hear that it was helpful to you.
And she nods very politely, and with your level of insight, you can probably tell that it looks as though like she something's wrong. Like she's up here, she's troubled, for certain. Lucidia has gone and is kneeling in front of the idol of Eldath, and has kind of left you guys alone for the moment.
You say that you do not pray often. What is it that has moved you so to take a chance on praying here? It must be a heavy burden indeed.
Ah, yes. And she'll look away for a moment, and then she'll like look away and sort of towards the keep, and then she'll look back to you, and she says, unlike many others, I did not come here for sport. I did not come here for business. I came here to ask a favor of Stefan.
Do tell.
He has imprisoned my husband. I have come to ask for his release.
Why has Stefan imprisoned your husband?
This I do not know. My husband is very outspoken. Perhaps that is the reason.
What is your husband's name? I plan to meet with Stefan. He and I were friends once. We had a falling out. I'm hoping to appeal to our history to change his mind about some things. Perhaps I can add that to the list.
He is a terrible man.
That's what we had the falling out about. He wasn't always.
My husband's name is Malfolio.
Malfolio. And would I be right in assuming that he is elven, such as yourself?
Yes. That would be correct.
No.
If you could do this thing for me, I would be forever in your debt. And she'll look wistfully back to the idol of the old gods, and she'll look back at you, and she says, never before have prayers been so quickly answered.
Well, the old gods have some power here, though I make no promises. I am not unlimited in my resources, but I can promise that I will do everything that I can to bend Stefan's heart, such as it is these days. In the meantime, I do believe that Lucidia has earned the right of my company for her prayers, as she has. And I show her the where my wound was, because she had seen it and said I should come here for healing. She has used her power with the gods to remove my wounds, and so if you wish to join us, you are absolutely welcome.
She'll politely refuse and
Absolutely.
and leave you to it. And then
As she's leaving, I'll just say one more thing. I know Harrison seems to get on your nerves a bit, but he means well, and he does actually care about you. He just is very awkward in showing it. In fact, if you watch him, you'll discover when he's not trying, he's actually a far more impressive fellow.
She smiles. She smiles even more politely, and she says, he has a beautiful voice and a charming character. He will make some man very happy one day.
I'll smile and just walk over to Lucidia. And I'll just kind of send off on the ether in my mind. I tried, Harrison. I tried.
Lucidia, I'm sure you know all the rights.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
So she'll just basically kind of scoot aside and allow you to sit down.
Yep.
While you're doing this, let me look real quick. Is there anything you wanted to do, like as far as like a move or
Let's see.
a spell or anything?
Let me see. I don't think I have any spells memorized at the moment. I mean, I have Cure Wounds, Magic Missile, Magic Weapon, and Resurrection of the and I what. I mean, I have Guidance. I suppose I could cast Guidance while I'm sitting here praying.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I mean, this is probably a good place for Guidance.
Okay.
And I guess the two courses of action that I'm trying to decide between are trying to get through to Stefan or trying to manipulate Dwemer are, I think, the two possible courses of action that I could take here. And I'm leaning more toward trying to trade on my history with Stefan. So let's cast that spell while we're praying.
Okay.
Partial success. All right. Which on cast a spell means draw welcome attention to put myself in a spot. It's nightfall, so I'll probably be communing sometime soon. So let's just say I cannot, I can't get guidance again. This is like a big thing I'm asking, and so I won't be able to get guidance again until I commune or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Because this has all been a very big religious experience here, and so until I reconnect, I'll be a little tapped out.
Yeah. Okay. So so the fundamentals of the question is like, should you try to sway Stefan or Dwemer? You said.
Yeah.
Okay. So So a sudden memory is going to hit you. It's going to seem to come out of nowhere, which gives you the validation you need to know that it's communication with their deity, or with a deity. The memory is going to be of a moment between you and Stefan from the past. And I think this moment is going to illustrate... it's going to be a moment where you guys were... where you thought that Stefan had your back, but you later realized that he was using you for something. And this is definitely before the split. But the memory leaves a bad taste in your mouth for sure. And I don't know if you wanted to embellish on that at all, or if that's all you want to do.
It's when I first started getting suspicious of him. It's probably what led to the blowout, but he kind of used me as bait for a little scheme. And while I was able to get my way out of it, while he was going and doing some looting, I had thought the plan was for him to sweep in behind the people that I was being used as bait for. And he did not sweep in behind, and I ended up having to defeat them myself. And instead, he and Milton ended up going to their lair and getting the treasure and the money. And Milton wasn't happy about it either, but he never had the same kind of backbone I had for standing up to Stefan. And Stefan tried to play it off as a miscommunication, but I kind of knew the truth. And so then, the next time when he started putting people in danger and not just me, it was too much for me. And that's when the blowout happened.
Okay.
So this is kind of telling me, yeah, I'm not going to get through to him. I lost him a long time ago. I'm not getting him back.
Yeah, it's definitely going to imprint on you that Stefan is not to be trusted.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, and so
then I'll settle in and
okay.
just pray with Lucidia.
Okay.
And then I guess when we're done praying, I go and try and see what I can do about finding the rest of this lot. Did they tell me they were headed to investigate the zoo thing, or did they just say, we'll check on you later?
I think it might have been the latter.
Yeah, so
So let's check back in on the other people.
I like it.
Well, when we last saw you, we had no idea about the zoo thing yet.
Right, and I was supposed to be out for at least a day, so there's no reason to assume you needed to check back on me tonight.
We'll probably leave a message with think of leaving a message with Lucidia in case you got to recover our dead bodies.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
All right. So okay. So the so what do you guys do after? Because the last discussion I think we had was one of these bodies was not like the other.
Correct. And us trying our best to convince Harrison that it's two separate creatures, not a single creature, despite his constant interrogation, trying to find out how this is a blood-sucking tiger.
Oh, it is. You might not believe it, and you may think you know everything as a druid, but you're wrong. I myself have never heard of a blood-sucking vampire, a blood-sucking tiger, but I'll tell you what, I believe it now.
So yeah, I think that was our next step, was to begin to try and track the tiger.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It is evening going into night.
Okay. So we're gonna track the beast at night.
Well, and to be honest, so that's mostly when the attacks have been occurring as well.
Okay.
Yep, easier to track when it's actually active. So, yep, sounds good to me.
Okay. So what's your plan?
Well, did what's his name, Ronaldo, or something like that?
Oh, Rendali.
Rendali. Okay. Where were the bodies recovered from, or at least the mauled body? The bloodless one is a separate project.
I think it was right outside the fort walls.
Okay. So probably sticking to the wilderness and just coming to get food or vengeance.
Vengeance. Yeah, well, and strangely enough, there's like no like woods really or anything. It's just kind of open plain. However, the walls of the fort are actually pretty well surrounded by stalls and booths and stuff. There's not a lot of not a lot of empty space in that area. And then beyond that is basically the wasteland of empty space.
Okay. Okay, so it's one of those setups where basically the fair is outside the fort. Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I think that the fort is the only thing with actual walls, except for the stadium, I guess, if you count like the seats and stuff as like walls and stuff. But yeah.
Right. Okay. I guess I can take to the air if someone would like to take the ground, and we might want to.
I have it handled for you.
Good.
Yeah, I'll take the ground.
And I guess we should get a message to them in case something goes wrong. Harold and Tyrion.
Okay. What animal will you turn into, oh druid?
I am going owl.
Nice.
Night vision and stealth.
Wise choice.
Question is, what kind of owl are you? Are you like a great horned owl, or are you like a fucking like screech owl?
I do not have that page up right now. I'll get back to you. I just have generic owl.
The only
He's a
owl
generic
you'll ever
owl. There you
need.
go. The only owl you'll ever need. That's the slogan.
So okay, so you'll take to that. Well, make sure you do your animal roll for your shapeshifting to see how much hold you have, and then the other two are searching on the ground. Go ahead and
Yeah.
what is your
Oh,
oh nice. What's your guys' strategy here?
so
Okay. Bard, what about you?
Oh, what am I supposed to be doing?
Hunting a tiger at night.
A vamp tiger.
Oh, a vampire tiger. Yes, you are
A
convinced.
vampire
It's a
tiger.
vampire tiger.
I guess
wait, that would be.
it's what I do best. Maybe I'll just I'll play all my lute and sing out to the vamp tiger. Please don't suck on my blood. Bow 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 bow.
All right, so okay, very nice. So okay, so
This is totally not bait. Bow 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 bow.
so the place is the place is kind of winding down for the evening. Stalls are packing up and closing. The stalls that serve alcohol are kind of doing their last call. Guard are patrolling the dirt paths that wind in between the stalls and around the arena. And there's I would say, Harrison, you're drawing attention to yourself, of course, as always, and mostly from the guard, I think. They're going to be kind of watching you, like suspiciously, I think.
Honey, this ain't even your business.
Now,
Turn away.
Rook, are you you're lurking around? Are you lurking around around Harrison, or have you gone your own way?
I'm already went out.
So you've gone your own way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So so you'll just be kind of lurking around some of the stalls and stuff, and
I'm taking to the shadows.
Okay, hidden out of sight and away from Harrison. Now the owl, you're flying overhead. What are you looking for in particular?
Mainly I'm looking for what would be like, I'm familiar with big cats. So like the trails that they normally leave through the grass or any place where it looks like one bedded down for the day.
Okay. Are you do you have a move like an owl move that allows you to see things like this, or would this be a
Let me
discern
double
realities?
check. I have a spot prey in the dark move, although it's not exactly prey.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably a good move. So spot prey in the dark. So yeah, if you want to use one of your hold to do that, I will allow that.
Alrighty. So what did I get? 2 hold? 2, yes. So I have 1 left.
So from above, you see Harrison strutting down the dirt path, and you can see some of the guard kind of like closing in on him, but then behind one of the guardsmen, you can actually see this slender shape, this sort of massive but long shape, sort of stalking through the stalls, and sneaking up behind one of the guards.
Oh, decisions.
Please don't eat pizza.
Meanwhile, down on the ground, the guards are approaching Harrison. One of them is saying, "Hey, don't you know there's a curfew? Go back to your camp."
Don't you know I have a talent? Listen to this.
He says, "If you don't have a place to go, one will be provided for you in the pits."
I'm going to the forest. Quick question: do I see the slender figure like coming up behind the guards?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Works for me. I'm going to the forest and I'm taking a stroll and I'm playing my music. What sort of crime is that?
Because there's a curfew out, unless you want to get eaten by the tiger.
I'm here to slay the tiger, actually.
This actually is this spurs an intense bout of laughter from the guards. They all laugh at you, and and one of them is
I have to prove it.
One of them is going to toss you a coin.
Toss me a coin.
Yep, 1 coin.
Oh my god! What else do you want to hear?
One of them will say, do you know any they invite you to come with them.
And I'll like look behind my shoulder, and then I'll look at them, and I'll be like, "Okay, if you insist." Keep handing me some money though.
Yeah, so they're going to they're going to take you towards the towards the walls of the fort, and as they continue down the road from above, Al, you can see that the what you suspect to be the tiger is sort of walking parallel to them down the path for a bit, and then kind of peels off and goes back into under the cover of the stalls.
Okay. I am going to round up Rook, still in owl form.
Okay.
But he saw me turn into it, so.
Okay.
Right.
And then basically start circling the area So I'm basically gonna do a flyby of Rook and circle the area where I saw the tiger disappear.
Okay.
All right. Can you just pick Rook up and start flying around?
Oh,
You
I don't
probably
think
can.
it's that big. Although there is an African owl that has like a 4-foot wingspan.
Is there such thing as a non-lethal? Did we discuss whether we're going to try to apprehend this beast alive, like knock it out and put it back?
I'm hoping to escort it away from here. Like I don't want to put it back in a cage.
Oh, all together. Yeah, neither do I.
But I don't want
Okay.
it hanging out here and killing people either.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Okay. So you guys can keep a lookout for that. Let's Tyrion. You have you had a general direction of like where they would be, right? Or I can't remember. Was there information passed along to you? I can't remember if there was.
We would have. We didn't actually do
yeah,
it.
I think they said that they would have left word in case I needed to go reclaim their bodies if they were dead.
Okay. Yes.
So I can head off in that direction.
Okay. Cool. So I think you're going to hear Harrison before you see him. He's surrounded by a group of guards, probably about 5 or 6 of them, but he doesn't seem to be under arrest this time.
I got it. Ready for this?
Give it a minute.
Go ahead.
And then I slayed the lindworm all by myself.
And what do the guards say to that?
Oh, sorry, just saw Luna is lurking. How nice, thank you. Thank you for the lurk.
Lurking Luna.
Lurking Luna. And they're, yeah, awesome. Sorry for that interruption. I'm so sorry, what did you say? I got distracted.
I said, and then I slayed the lindworm all by myself.
Yes. So at this point, they're laughing even harder, and the one guard's just like, oh, this bard just won't quit. Here, have another. I'll coin, bard.
I'll stride in at that, and I'll be like, "It's true."
I even took a scale and gave it to a beautiful maiden.
Beautiful elven maiden.
At the approach of Tyrion, they'll sort of straighten back up and they'll get all serious again, and they'll approach Tyrion and they'll say, "Listen, there's a curfew in place. We need you to head back to your camp, sir."
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, one of Stefan's agents has tasked us with finding out about that tiger and whether or not it's an actual tiger or something else, and bringing it back for him.
There's uncertain looks among them. The guard who seems to be the most experienced of the bunch is going to say, "And do you have evidence of this task being assigned to you?"
Harrison, what were we given as proof of this task?
These pretty cool scars, and I'm like flexing my muscles.
Not of your defeat of the Lindworm, of us needing to go and capture the tiger.
Oh, we have Ronaldo something word. And also we saw a half-dead body, and it stunk very bad.
Did you want to explain your theory of the tiger?
It's totally a vampire, by the way. I saw it with my own eyes. Its fangs were so long. And then you know what I'm going to do with those fangs? I'm going to rip them out of its skull and give it to the fair elven maiden.
All right. It's time for everybody to go back to their camp.
No.
It sounds
No.
like you've had a bit too much to drink already, cleric. Perhaps you should go lay down a while. And as for you,
I have
Bard,
not.
Want to
I
hear
have
another
not
story?
had any to drink, and I have met with the elf in question who was gifted the scale, which she wanted me to let you know has proved. Well, I can't let her know. She just walked away. But which proved useful. The Lindworm scale proved useful in her magical research.
So,
I've-
oh, go ahead.
I've just come from the Shrine of All Faiths. And I do, in fact, know Stefan personally, and am happy to tell you whatever information about him you need to know in order to prove this. Do I have written documentation? No, of course not. That would be an absurd thing to carry.
Well, no documentation, no permission to be out after curfew. Why don't you head back to the All Faith Shrine? Here, we'll even send you with an escort because we're feeling so generous. And two of his men will sort of saddle up alongside you, Tyrion. And then he'll turn back to the Bard and he'll say, "Bard, you're coming with us. I could use a little merriment on my break."
I'm afraid that I must stay with the Bard. It is my sworn duty to keep him safe.
And you thought I was good at stories. Tyrion here knows quite a bit about me, don't you, buddy?
So at this
I
point,
do indeed.
the veteran guard is getting mad, and I think he's gonna kind of get up in Tyrion's face, and he's going to say, he says, "Cleric, I respect your profession, but unless you want to spend the night in the pits, I suggest you head back to the All Faith Shrine. Stop challenging my authority in this town."
Brother, I respect your position, but I have a job to do. And unless you wish to run afoul of Stefan and his associates, I suggest you allow me to continue to do it. Where is the harm? If I die, I die. One less cleric in the world.
So
I died trying to do what it is that my gods wished me to do.
So defy danger with charisma.
Ooh, I am so bad at charisma. This is going to be fantastic. All right. All right. I think my charisma is a -1. So let's roll a defy danger. Oh,
Oof.
yeah.
If I may do something,
What would you like to do?
Oh god.
I would like to walk up behind the vet guard and place my hand on his shoulder, and I would like to tell him, listen here, fella. This guy, you don't even know the amount of fun he can have. Why doesn't he tag along with us? And I would like to cast Charm Person.
Ooh.
Okay,
If I can cast Charm Person.
go ahead.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the spell is cast, and I guess I'll just forget the spell for now.
Okay. And what are the specifics of the spell?
Let me read them to you. Give me one moment. The person you touch while casting the spell counts you as a friend until they take damage or prove otherwise. And I figured that could help in getting him to believe me and like I'm telling the truth and not being deceptive.
Yeah. So he's going to turn to you and he's kind of lean in and whisper in your ear, and he says, "Look, I know you trust this man, but quite frankly, I don't like him.
Is it because he's a cleric?
It's because he's an asshole.
It may come off that way, but that's his type of humor, bud. I can tell him to lighten up a little bit if you want me to.
And he says, I'm gonna do you a solid because we're friends and all. Get him to the All Faith Shrine. No questions asked. Get him out.
Alright.
But get him out of my sight.
You got it, friend. Alright, Tyrion, let's go to the shrine together.
All right, let's go to the shrine together.
See you later, pal o' mine.
Now, Rook, where are you these days?
I'm in between. I'm up under a cart laying on the ground, belly down.
Okay. Yep, and you're gonna feel someone kind of slide in under the cart next to you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Stab.
The same cart.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my cart. I'm your own cart.
In response, you hear a low, rumbling growl.
Oh shit.
What do you do?
Kitty.
Yep, jaws snapping as the tiger sort of propels itself forward to attack you. What do you do?
I roll out of the way.
Okay, yeah, you just you hear the jaws snap, but you're already just gone. And the cart begins to sort of rock back and forth as the tiger sort of scoots out from underneath of it, and is kind of like looking around, looking for you. Al,
Well, I scaled the cart and I'm on top of the cart.
okay. Al, what are you doing?
And you see me on the cart pointing down.
I am swooping in and basically kind of like that whole bird maneuver where they just flap their wings right in something's face to try and scare it off.
Okay. Yeah. So
I don't know what role that would be.
yeah, I don't even know if that would be a move. I think you should probably just do it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know.
Maybe a
if it's
defend?
Maybe. Let's see. Well, it's not.
Redirected attack from the thing to defend. You defend to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really attacking. At this point, it's kind of just stalking around the cart. You can see its nose, sort of sniffing the air. It smells this little thief, but it does not see it yet. And so it's kind of just moving around the cart, just sniffing around.
I don't know. I feel like there should be a roll because I could screw it up. Defy danger with intelligence, quick thinking.
Just to move it, just to like scare it out of the way. Yeah, go ahead.
Partial success.
Okay. So you swoop down, you like flap your wings in its face. It's gonna get spooked, but its instant reaction is to sort of swipe out at you, and it will I think it'll sort of like hit you, but I don't think it'll like do any damage. But I think it will kind of like bat you down to the ground and sort of like lie you prone as a bird, kind of like flat on your back, maybe stunned a little bit, sort of dizzied
Okay.
for a moment. But basically you're kind of like, yeah, you're just kind of dazed for a second. Meanwhile, Rook, are you doing anything?
Now, he's got his paws like on him, on the owl.
No, he just slapped him down to the ground essentially.
He slapped him down.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think he probably backed up too. So now he's kind of like halfway receded into the darkness of two, maybe not even two stalls, but like since you guys are kind of close to the wall, maybe like some,
I'll tell you what.
some stone pillars.
I'm going to jump off the cart and kind of take off running, like maybe make some noise and try to kite it away from the camp, or away from the outer camp.
Okay. So you want it to follow you.
Yeah.
All right. So once you start to bolt, I think it will see you moving. It's kind of checks the owl to see that it's still dazed and doesn't pose a threat, and then it will bound off after you. And at this point, let's say Tyrion and the Bard have entered the scene. Just as the tiger sort of takes off after the thief.
So we saw that.
Yes, I think you can maybe see and maybe hear the thief as well, kind of running away from the tiger.
It's the vamp tiger.
Are we still heading back toward the shrine, or can we pursue?
We're on our way. Let's go get him. Okay, I'm going to chase after the vamp tiger.
Okay. And
As am I.
It's quite fast. It gains on you in no time. Rook, what do you do?
What can I do? Let's see. I guess I will try to maneuver, defy danger with dexterity. Like
Okay.
some kind of dexterous maneuver.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and I do.
All right. Are you just like basically like dodging out of the way of the bites that are coming on you, that are being rained on you, or in the claw swipes, or are you like ducking down and hiding somewhere?
I'm like going in the opposite direction at the last second. Like
Okay, so you're juking him.
duking it, yeah.
Okay. So you're doing that, and you're really giving him a run for his money. You're just so lightning fast and like dipping in and under him, and like it's pretty impressive. And it will also give everybody else a chance to catch up. Al, you are now undazed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take off after Rook in owl form still.
Okay. And then
As we're running,
yeah.
can I cast a magic missile just to try and get the thing's attention and get it to stop focusing on Rook?
Absolutely. Go ahead and cast your magic.
All right. I'm casting magic missile. No, I'm not. Whoa.
Oh no.
Something bad's gonna happen there.
Hey,
Mark
Mark
XP.
XP.
So the tiger, once it sees the lights, it's going to actually get kind of scared, and it's actually going to stop taking, it's going to stop messing with Rook and just bound off along the wall away from you guys.
Well, mission accomplished.
Hey, no, get back here.
It's going to sort of just slip off into the darkness. Al, did you want to continue pursuit or?
Yes.
Okay.
And as I change course to follow it, I'm going to let out a screech. So
Okay.
I
Can
follow
I
along.
to try and confuse him? Maybe defend Tyrion?
Well, the tiger's actually running away.
Right. I want to get him, like back and forth kind of thing.
No, I mean the tiger's running away from all of you.
Oh, he's going back towards. Where's he going?
He's going away from all of you. Like he got scared and ran away.
Okay.
I was like, pss, 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 pss.
Ah.
That's totally what I meant to do. I wasn't trying to hit him or hurt him or anything. That was exactly my plan all along.
And so Owl, you get really far ahead of everybody else pretty quickly because of your flight speed, and the tiger is running at full speed, so it's actually able to move quite fast. And it keeps kind of hugging the wall of the fort and sort of like but it's going full speed. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna see something insane, Owl. You're gonna see the tiger begin to climb up the wall.
wow.
Like in a weird motion, like it's sliding up the wall.
What?
Okay.
Did you want to get closer to check it out?
Yes, I do.
All right. And give me a defy danger wisdom. Okay, so this is what you're gonna see. Hunkered down at the top of the wall, kind of like sort of peering over the wall almost. But is this? I don't know how else to how to describe this except spider made out of human body parts. And
Ooh.
it's got this it's sort of peeking over the wall, and it's got this long like tongue or proboscis sort of jutting out, and you can see that it's like pierced the tiger, and it's dragging the tiger up the wall to its very hungry mouth, which appears to be made of like rib cages where the rib bones have been like sharpened to like fangs, and
No.
No.
yeah, and it's just pulling it up to itself. Now this is going to this is gonna freak you out just seeing this all at once. I'm gonna say you when you see it, you kind of freeze up and you continue to glide dangerously close to it. And it's going to become aware of your presence, and while it's dragging the tiger up, it's going to kind of like it's got eyes, but they're just like it's like 5 or 6 heads, and all the eyes are like bulging out of the sockets of these severed heads kind of, and they all just kind of follow you as you fly up above. It's going to drop the tiger and kind of like follow you with its tongue, or with its eyes, and it's going to start swinging its tongue around, or like drawing it back in, like as if it's about to shoot it out at you. What do you do?
Well, I'm letting out a screech, and basically the owl version of help.
Got my attention.
And I'm trying to get some distance. I don't know what to do about this yet.
Okay. This is going to require you to have some deft maneuvering, as it like a frog almost just kind of like spits its tongue out at you. So maybe a dex defy danger, perhaps.
Sounds appropriate. Whew.
Yeah, it's definitely going to clip one of your wings. One second.
Yeah, I want to do something when I can.
Even with the
Alright.
8, it's gonna still do damage.
That's a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the rest of you are still a beat behind because the tiger and the owl are moving so fast.
So okay.
So for
Excuse
seven
me, what is that
damage.
name? What is that name?
Seven damage.
7 damage.
Yes.
So a
And
range
I am
attack.
still in the air.
Okay, cool. So so you're still in the air, but you've definitely
No. I'm asking, right? I'm still in the air.
Oh, is that enough to take you back to your normal form?
Well, I have a move where I can shift back into. Basically, I shed the damage by turning back into my human.
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha.
But I mean, where am I at in relation to the ground?
I think you're still able to stay aloft, but you've been injured. So and you're probably winding down. You're probably gonna have to sort of take it down at a certain place. It's kind of up to you where. You can go. I think you can go outside the wall or inside the wall.
And it's at the top of the wall.
Yeah.
And are
How
these
high is
wooden
the wall?
walls or?
These are stone walls, meant to be
Okay.
defended. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Like-
Let's see. So 20. Yeah, I am. I'm going to use the shed move, and hope I can hit the ground without breaking something.
Okay. So you so you
I don't know
can
that-
shed. I think you could probably shed as you hit the ground, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll take that.
Okay. So the rest of you are catching up, and then the owl is basically going to like dive bomb the ground in front of you, like roll a little bit, and turn back into Aziz in front of all of you.
Okay. All right.
Where's the vamp tiger?
I am
He's
just
probably
going
he's
to
probably
point
knocked
at
out.
the thing on the wall. No, I didn't take any damage.
The thing on the wall is gone.
Spider made out of human parts.
Oh,
Nasty.
you must have fallen real hard.
Almost killed the tiger. Kill it with fire.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just babbling.
Yeah, you hit your head a little hard. We'll take care of the vamp tiger. Come on, guys.
No, I believe him. I've encountered an unusual spider this evening as well, so.
And you were on some serious medication as well, Tyrion. Don't worry, I've got it.
So what do you do?
I march up to the wall.
Okay. You hear a grumbling kind of like defensive, scared kind of roar or growl. It's kind of weak and it's definitely a labored breath kind of growl. But it's still quite loud.
Easy now there, easy.
Easy.
What do I see?
It's pretty dark out here. Do you have a light source?
Yeah, I can light a torch.
Okay. So by the light of the torch, you can see that the tiger kind of laying up against the wall. It's definitely been injured. It looks as though it's been pierced somewhere around its rib cage, and it's got some labored breathing, and it's growling at you, like showing its teeth defensively.
If I may I cast my arcane art?
Certainly.
Let me try. Okay. It draws unwanted attention, but I'm going to go ahead and heal it.
Okay.
And I can choose 2, but I think I'm just going to choose to heal it. Oh, for 8 hit points. Just to show, like, I'm here to help you. We want to take you back home. As I strum a little lute and then draw unwanted attention to myself.
Okay. So I think the the next thing that's going to happen is so you've healed the tiger. The tiger kind of like gets up, but it's very wary to trust you, and it's going to keep a wide berth around you. It's going to sort of like maneuver away from the wall and away from you. It's going to kind of like round its way around you. While it's doing that, from further down the wall, back from the direction you came, you can hear some people shouting. Hey, you with the torch, who goes there?
Oh, you best be careful. There's a vamp tiger out here.
Oh fuck!
Quick, go the other way.
I thought we told you to go to the shrine.
Guards, it's my friends.
What are the rest of you doing?
Dumping in a bush.
I'm gonna ask Aziz if he can speak to the tiger to try and calm it.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stand by, ready to defend in case an attack comes in from either direction, either the tiger to Harrison or the guards towards us to keep the damage off of Aziz or Harrison. I'm trusting that Rook will be able to hide and no one will notice him.
Can I go approach the guards?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wanna go up to them and I wanna ask them, have you guys seen any weird giant spider made out of human body parts? And give me a coin. It's fun.
At this point, they will. So the guy in the front is your friend, and he's gonna lean in close, and he says, be careful, don't talk like that. They'll take you.
What's it?
They. Stefan's
What's
wizard.
they?
Stefan's wizard.
There's multiple of him, but there's only one, and it's they?
No, they, meaning Stefan and him. They'll take you. Don't mention that you saw the creature.
Oh. Okay. I'm not sure why? I mean, can you speak about it? Are we safe to talk about it now? Like, what is going on?
He's gonna look around and he's just gonna say, he says, damn it, I thought I told you to go back to the shrine. Come on. I'm really sticking my neck out for you here, friend.
I know, pal, but the vamp tiger, I mean, come on, Stefan wanted me to do this for him anyway.
At this point, he's gonna be like, holy shit, there it is! The tiger!
Hold on, I just healed it. I don't know what attacked it, and I don't know if I believe it was a human body part made up spider.
Yeah, the
Whatever.
guards are fanning out at this point, with their spears pointed at the tiger. Unfortunately, the only person who can talk to the tiger has disappeared momentarily. So, so what are the rest of you doing?
I will, even if it means risking like getting myself hurt. I will stand in front of the tiger and put my arms out.
Yeah, I will do the same. I will defend the tiger.
So you crawl out of the bushes, and
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
standing
whoa,
between
whoa,
them and
whoa.
the tiger.
Back up.
Okay, and Druid, did you want to do anything?
Yes, I am trying to empty-handed approach the tiger and try to speak to it. I mean, I know a couple big cat languages, but I don't know if they're similar to tiger, or whether my accent's just going to be too bad,
So the so all of this commotion is happening behind you. If this were
I can't hear you.
I think you muted yourself.
I forgot that I have push to talk on. So all of this will be happening. All this commotion will kind of be happening behind you. I think that in the Like if this were a movie, like we would hear that kind of fade out, and you get to kind of have like your own like sort of private conversation with this tiger while all that's going on behind you. What do you want to say to it?
Um, I know you're scared, but I can get you to safety. But you're gonna have to calm down and work with me here for a minute. Or these humans with the sharp sticks are going to try and hurt you.
He's going to look at you, like you'll see his eyes kind of do that like recognition thing, because he understands you, and he's going to say, lies, all of
I'm
you,
not
all of you
I'm not
lie.
lying. No. I'm talking to you person to person. I know what it's like to be imprisoned in a cage. And I'm willing to help you get free and hopefully get back home. But if you don't relax a little and at least pretend to listen, these guys are going to try and kill you.
And he's going to say, I won't go back to the cage.
I understand completely. But just you and I will just sit here for now. So just relax and sit. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to sit right here, you and I, and talk about this so they can relax and stop being aggressive.
Okay, so roll parlay. Okay, so they need some concrete assurance of your promise. What can you do to give him that?
Something they need or want. They ask you for something. Concrete assurance right now.
Perhaps you could get the guards convinced to stand off because they're closing in with their pointy sticks.
Yes, yeah, I'll do that, and I will basically stay within claw's reach of the tiger at all time.
Okay, and so
if I'm lying, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Okay, yeah. So he'll he'll take that bet, as long as you can get the guards to put their sticks up. Who do you turn to do that?
Do I know which one Harrison was talking to?
Yeah, because Harrison's probably still talking to him.
Okay, well, I will turn to that one, and I will say, Stefan wants his animal alive, correct?
Ooh,
he paid good money for it.
That's good. He's gonna stop and he's going to say, damn, you're right. He says, but the thing's a terror. It's been killing villagers.
It's hungry. Look at it. It's barely been fed.
He says, how do we capture it?
I can help with that. As you can see, I have a rapport. But you guys are going to have to back off because you are way too aggressive, and it can tell.
He'll hold his he'll sort of hold his torch up, and he'll motion for the others to fall back, and he'll say to you, he'll say, get that thing back in a cage.
We will head back to the menagerie now, as we were ordered to do.
All right. And he'll motion to two of the guys that he said that he had step back, and he says make sure it's done. And then he'll give Harrison a wink, and
Wink.
he'll fuck off,
Wink wonk.
leaving 2 of the guards behind.
Hi.
I will look at one of the guards. We need a slab of meat.
Pronto.
The guards look at each other and they're like, and then they look back at you and they're like,
If you want this to happen, that's what the tiger wants.
Hey, and when the captain guard isn't here, I'm in charge because I'm his friend.
Oh,
so one of them says, "Okay, friend. Well, why don't you come with me then to get the meat?"
Oh, sure thing. I'll follow him.
And the other guard will go to follow as well, and he says, "No, you stay here and watch the tiger. I'll go get the meat." He says, "Well, you always get to do the fun jobs." "Because I have seniority." And then he'll go off with Harrison.
All right, off we go to go get some meat. I'll be back. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, I've been slayed to be made of meat.
And so they'll go off together, and then and you're left with 1 guard.
all right. Well, I'm turning my back on that guard and turning my attention back to the tiger.
Okay.
Is the tiger still injured?
It is the wound is closed up. I think the damage that was done is mostly healed. It probably still has like a bit of a physical effect, that might like a limp or something that might still be there, but it's mostly healed. Mostly.
All right. So if Aziz can convince it to let me, I can cast a cure wounds on it as well.
Okay.
Okay. I will relay this, that my friend can also heal the wound just as my other did with his song.
The tiger will say nothing, but it will sort of relax a little bit, signaling to you that it's okay.
And I will motion to Tyrion to proceed.
Let's see if I can actually cast a spell successfully.
There you
I
go.
can.
I'll say so.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
And the healing
And
in the healing glow of your light, the tiger is saved.
There we go. Further show that we are indeed friends. I'll give him. And let's see. You know what? I'm going to make it a pick from the 7 to 9 list and use empowered spells so that the effects are doubled, so he gets really healed. So we do 2d8 of healing.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't even have to roll it, because yeah,
Alright.
yeah, he's good. Yeah, and he's going to he's gonna be surprised. You probably won't be able to pick up on it, Tyrion, but Aziz, your attunement to nature will. The tiger's eyes soften and it loses that sort of predatory, big mean cat look, if only momentarily. And meanwhile, the guard behind you guys is trying to strike up a conversation with I guess Rook.
Who is?
The guard.
The bush that Rook inhabits.
Oh, I thought Rook had come out to defend the tiger.
Oh, he did.
I
That's right.
did.
He says, huh? Are you famous or something? I think I've seen you somewhere before.
No, yeah, I don't think you have. I've got one of those faces.
Yeah, and he's got his torch kind of like he's leaning in, kind of getting a good look at your face, and he says, "Oh, one of those faces, huh?"
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And he says, well, what's your line of work then?
I'm in trade, you know, odds and ends.
Oh yeah, I got a cousin who's into odds and ends.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
While
I'm watching the wall, keep an eye out for whatever it was that Aziz seen.
Okay.
And while they're conversing, I'm going to kind of mutter to Aziz, "How are we going to get rid of this guy?"
I don't know about that, but I was going to take the tiger's place.
I like that.
So
Tell
you
the
might have
tiger
to become. You might have to become the animal handler from here on out.
All right. So take its place and tell it to meet us somewhere later so that we can get it somewhere safe, and I'll just become the animal handler.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a move called Studied Essence,
Oh, this is good.
where I can add a species to my list of shape-shifting.
Okay.
So I want to try and do that to become a tiger.
Yeah, okay.
And while I'm studying said tiger, I'm going to tell him the plan. Are there any trees visible from here, like away from the wall?
Yeah, maybe like way
Like
off in the distance.
any landmarks?
Probably nothing too visible here. It's because it's dark out. But you know that there's. I'm trying to think of a landmark. There's probably like a. I don't even know what they're called. I guess like a. Not like a big rock, but like just kind of like a big like a cliff sort of near the town.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like a rock, like a jutting rock shelf, kind of that kind of sticks up. It might be probably the only distinguishing landmark feature.
So I am telling the tiger that I am going to take his place so he doesn't have to return to the cage. But you can't stay around town because of that creature that wounded you and all these humans. So head towards that rock face, and I will meet you there. And we will come up with a plan for your rescue / return home.
Okay. And he seems to comprehend. And what is the plan for the guard?
Well, since the guard is talking to Rook,
Yeah, I'll just keep him busy.
And
yeah,
I can.
and I'll kind of give Rook an eye to, like, get him to turn around. And then I will tell the tiger, I'm stuck on birds, to slip under one of the carts.
So tell me, have you ever been to Happy Tree?
And then as soon as we're gone, to go meet us at that rock.
So this is let's do a tricks of the trade for
Rook?
for Rook, yeah.
Can I try and aid by throwing in a distraction at the right moment by calling out, "Is that the spider thing on the wall?"
Yeah, I think that would be fine too, yeah.
What am I doing? What is tricks of the trade doing?
Well, you're doing it well, whatever it is.
You're doing it well. No, I think it's your ability to sort of misdirect.
Misdirect? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, so tell me, have you ever been to Happy Tree?
Oh, I've never been to Happy Tree, but I got a friend.
Oh, it's a lovely place.
I've got a friend who lives there. He says it's happy all the time. Well, except once in a while when it's not. But most of the time it is.
Yeah, there's flowers everywhere. It's quite lovely.
I'm not a big lover of flowers, but sometimes I am. Most of the time, I'm not. And while
And I
he's
guess
while
the
he's
fort-
while he's talking with Rook, becoming best friends, you guys can do the switch.
Ooh. Well, I guess I'm not trying to do anything special.
Mm-mm-mm. The dice are not with us tonight.
Well, luckily I still changed shape. I just only got one hold, and something bad happens.
Yes, let's see. Let's go see what that something is. So inside, Harrison, you've gone with the other guard to get the meat.
Yes.
So this guard actually takes you into the walls of the fort with him, and so within the walls of the fort there is the the fort proper, which is like a small castle, and then there's like a stable, and there's a couple other buildings around the property, and including a very large guest house sort of on the property as well. The guard will begin taking you towards the guest house.
Okay.
Even before you can get there, you can tell that there is some sort of dinner happening inside. You can hear the clink of glasses and the sort of the ambiance of dinner conversation and whatnot. But the guard's not going to take you into the front door. He's going to kind of go around to the back door and give a knock on the back door. The door will open, and a cook will be there, and some words will be exchanged, and the cook will sort of motion you guys inside for the moment. Now while you're standing in this back area here, it's a kitchen. Like there's a couple cooks like sort of moving around, and they're sort of talking to each other, gossiping a little bit maybe. And there's a door that you assume probably goes out to like a dining hall of some sort, and you're basically just waiting. So is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, two things. One, what kind of plate is available that I can steal a sweet roll off of?
Sweet rolls.
There is a like a multi-tiered dessert tray that has like sweet rolls on the bottom, and then like candy coated fruit in the middle, and then like these very like petite little like pastries on top, like just gorgeous confections.
Oh, when I look around me, I'll snatch a sweet roll real quick and numb it down real quick.
Okay, you start to reach for it, and one of the cooks is going to reach over and slap your hand, and he says, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
Dormir's killed men for less. That's his sweet tray.
Oh shit, yeah, I don't have enough to pay Dormir. Alright, fair enough. And then I'd like to peek out and just see what's going on in the dining hall.
Okay. You can
Any
see.
pretty ladies?
Well, yes, there are some ladies, and in particular, there's a lady sitting next to a bard you know, whose name is Clive, and she I don't know what Harrison's type is exactly, but she's your type for sure. What is Harrison's type?
I'd imagine just very feminine, probably blonde, a nice soft face, just basically looking like an angel is how I would imagine it. Blonde hair, blue eyes, sort of curly, long locks.
and she seems to be having a fantastic time. Her eyes like anytime anybody says anything to her, her eyes light up and her smile widens, and she just seems to be invested in everything that everybody is saying all the time, just like a real light of a person. And meanwhile, Clive is like kind of shifting his food around on his plate. He's not really eating. He doesn't look too enthused to be there. You recognize Dwemir. Some of his guards are kind of standing around the room, and then at the table also is this this person that you have never seen before. But he looks very similar to how Harold kind of looked when you first met him. Like the same kind of like clothing, like you get the impression that this person is where Harold is from. But he doesn't look anything like Harold. He's actually very thin and almost kind of gaunt. He has like dark, sunken-in eyes, and he's got like tattoos. Well, I guess Harold probably has tattoos too, but he's got tattoos like all up and down his, kind of all over his body, and he has a hood that's up, and then like dark hair. But yeah.
Which I mean, he would probably stand out at this like nice dining hall, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Him and Dwemir seem to be heavily invested in whatever they're talking about.
I look behind me. How's the hunk of slab of meat going?
The guard is kind of like flirting with this kitchen wench, and so the meat seems to be taking a little longer than it should be.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna go out into the dining hall. Wait, before I go, to be honest, I'm gonna slick down my hair, adjust my ruffles on up top by the chest, maybe undo a button, and around the wrist as well.
Okay. And
then I will make myself presentable and walk out into the dining hall.
Okay. So as you enter the dining hall, do you make a grand entrance, or do you just kind of slip in and assimilate?
Oh, of course I make a grand entrance. I have arrived.
So everybody at the table will kind of look up, and the lady that is your type, her eyes light up, and she's just so surprised and excited to see you there. And Dwemir kind of like looks back because his back was to you. He'll kind of look back and he'll say, "Oh, it's about time. We were expecting you earlier."
Pardon, being late is in fashion, you know. And I will stroll up to the table.
Fenric said he had made arrangements for you to stay here tonight.
I know, isn't he such a swell lad? Couldn't do anything without him, and I'll take a seat.
Where are the rest of your companions?
Oh, they should be right along, I hope. I know, Tyrion had to go and take a rest, and the other two, they kind of do their own thing, really. But I'm here, and that's all that matters.
Yes. Well, have a seat, Bard. Might I introduce you to Malachi?
Oh, greetings, Malachi. Do you also like sweet rolls?
Malachi gives you a thin smile, and he kind of looks at you in a way that, as if he's like looking into your soul.
Alrighty then. Thanks, Malachi. You're a real swell lad yourself. Okay, that's uncomfortable, but I will smile back very nicely, and then I'm gonna check out our lady friend over here.
Yes, and so when you turn to her, you notice that Clive has pushed out his seat, and he's sort of stormed off into another room. Upon your entrance.
What? That's cruel. He just told me he was in love with me, and now he's mad at me? What is this guy? Okay, whatever. He can come back when he wants. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Harrison Bradshaw. Might I get your name?
She kind of she says she introduces herself as Natalie.
Oh, Natalie, what a gorgeous name. Where do you hail from?
She'll take a moment to answer you, as if she is like processing what you're saying, and then she'll say that she comes from the coast.
Oh, nice. I come from Happy Tree myself.
And then she'll kind of light up when you say this, and she'll ask you if it's true that elves live there.
It's absolutely true. We have all types of people living in Happy Tree.
And again, sort of processes, and she'll continue holding a conversation with you.
Can I ask her if she came here with Clive?
She shakes her head, and she says that she came here with Malachi, as well as Gaspard.
Did you? Hold up, you said Gaspard? Like, I'm sorry, I can. Like Gaspard the war chief?
And she nods.
And where exactly is he now, and what is he eating? Just out of curiosity.
She says that he's in the he's in the castle proper.
Okay, so he's not here and he's not eating.
And she laughs and she shakes her head.
Oh,
He just had a few friends
God.
for dinner.
Whew. All right, so Gaspard's here, and he came with Malachi. So, out of character, I guess. Does Harold come from the coast as well, or does he come from overseas? Like, did she come with Malachi, or like did she come like going with him? You know what I'm saying?
No, she came with. I should have said she came with Gaspard.
Okay, so she came with him. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So she's
Okay,
got she does have like a different look to her, but it's not. You probably would have recognized her aesthetic as soon as you saw her. Like she comes from the coast, along the coast somewhere. She kind of has that aesthetic.
Okay, yeah. So that's interesting. All right. Can I kind of peek in through the? Can I see from the like how like the little kitchen windows are there? Do I see any sort of progress being made at all?
The guard is gone.
Well, god damn it.
Meanwhile, back at the Tiger, the guard arrives with meat, and you are Tiger, and we have a handler, and the other guard is still talking Rook's ear off. He's just like he's talking to you about different types of drink, and he's like oh, I like dwarven brandy sometimes, but not most of the time.
At this point, Brooke getting a little put out by all the talking. He's not much of a talker. He's just like, yeah, dwarven brandy.
Yeah. Go
Real
ahead.
quick, I just want to thank DieHack Studio for rating. By the way, I didn't notice because I was role playing.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see it either. Thank you so much, DieHack. We really appreciate it. Sorry, we're 8 minutes late on that. I was looking at my other screen. But thank you for the raid.
And,
definitely go check out DieHack's channel. They are amazing. Give them a follow. Oh my goodness, and shared experience is here too. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much, shared experience, Luna, and all of you. Thank you so much. We appreciate the raid so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be. Oh, well, it looks like the meat has arrived.
Yes, he is. He has showed up with the. Thank you for the follow, Apache. We appreciate that. He has shown up with the meat, and but no Harrison.
What happened to our bard friend?
Yes. He says he just kind of shrugs and he's like, I don't know. Yeah. Or yeah. I don't know. He kind of disappeared.
What do you mean he disappeared?
I'm not his keeper. Here's your meat.
Why did you take him with you if you were not bringing him back?
Look, I'm sure he's fine. He just got lost in the kitchen or something. Here's your meat. Let's get the tiger to its cage. And let's call it a night.
All right, hang on. Let me see if the meat appeases the tiger. I'll take the meat. Oh, great tiger, is this to your satisfaction?
I don't know if tigers can chuckle, but I'll take the meat in my jaws and stand up beside Tyrion.
All right. Lead the way, we will follow.
And yep, he'll take you back to the menagerie.
All right. And then we'll just open the cage.
Yeah, and I'm not eating the meat. I'm just carrying it with me.
Right.
Okay. And and so Rendali will he'll be there. He'll be like, "Oh my God, you found the tiger!" And he kind of like squints and he's like, "Wait a second, not my tiger, but it's a tiger. So hey, get in the cage."
Yeah. And I will get up in the cage.
And he'll turn to Tyrion and he'll say, "Who are you?"
I am one of their compatriots. I was at the shrine getting healed earlier.
Ah, well, where's everybody else?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I'm still outside getting my ear talked off.
Yeah, he's still getting his ear talked off.
One of them is talking with a guard. The other one seems to have gotten lost in a kitchen getting the meat. And another was off on another errand to appease the tiger. It's been an interesting night. But I'm here.
And you brought the tiger, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
I
fulfilling our bargain with you.
I think I owe you some kind of payment. Unfortunately, I'm a little hard up for coin at the moment. Perhaps there's something else we can do. Perhaps there's another arrangement that can be made. Would you like some rabbits?
No. How about if we just we'll call on you later for a favor.
Hey, perfect. I'm always for pushing a debt forward.
Excellent.
And he'll shake your hand and lock the tiger cage and bid you good night. The guard will also bid you good night. He goes to remind you of the curfew, and then he says, "Well, I guess the tiger's up now." So yeah.
All right, I'm well aware of the curfew, and you can tell your leader that I will be turning in now for the night. My work is done, and I wish him no more trouble.
Yep, and he will let you go on your way. So what do you guys do?
Go ahead.
I'll just say to the tiger, I'll say, "You've given us a merry chase, tiger, and now I think I will go collect Rook and just wait at the shrine for my friend Aziz." and then walk away from the tiger. And then I'll go find Aziz. I go find Rook.
Okay. Aziz, what's the deal now?
So how long does this guy stick around?
Not long at all. He just makes sure he makes sure the cage is locked, then he fucks off.
Okay, so pretty much shortly after he fucks off, I imagine those bars are too big for halflings. So I'm probably going to shapeshift again into a smaller cat.
Okay, go ahead.
Yay!
Very nice.
Slip out of the bars, pop back into my own form, grab the meat, put it in my bag, head on to the shrine.
Oh, I love this too much.
Okay. So you guys will head back to the shrine, and mission completed. Success. Let's go back inside to see what Harrison is up to.
What was that?
So Harrison, they're having a very long dinner. Food is being brought out at intervals. Eventually, the sweet tray that you saw from before is brought out and set in front of Dwamir. He merely just looks at it and doesn't even eat anything off of it, but he seems pleased to see it. And he continues having his conversation with Malachi. And you continue having your conversation with Natalie?
Yeah, I'm just and I'm kind of, if I can, I kind of want to eavesdrop with what to hear what Dwamir and Malachi are also talking about.
Okay. So you can you can eavesdrop a little bit. It appears that they are discussing the prospect of a marriage of some sort.
Are they saying who?
Malachi keeps referring to his queen, and Dwamir is referring to a host of possible suitors.
One moment. Natalie, give me a second. Well, I congratulate the happy couple. Who is the lucky newlyweds?
Dwamir and Malachi turn to you as if you've said something very wrong. And,
my glass is raised.
Malachi will then sort of recede back into his chair, the thin smile widening across his face, saying nothing, while Dwamir raises his glass too, and he says, yes, we should celebrate.
Celebrate? Who am I toasting for?
Well, that is the question to be decided.
Who are the suitors and who is the lucky gal?
The queen from across the sea is looking for a suitor. Malachi has been sent to test the waters, so to speak. I've offered up my man, Gaspard, of course, but naturally he'll want to see what other suitors are in the land.
Oh, yes. I'm sure there are plenty of great men around here. Not me, of course.
Malachi finally speaks to you directly, and he says, I've heard that there's one named Harold the Great among your companions.
Oh, yeah, he's currently recovering right now. Who knows when he'll get back up?
I hear that he challenges Stefan.
You know, I'm not quite sure on the details about that, but I think when he wakes up, I can ask him and we can double check on that.
I think it will be most interesting to see the results of such a contest, and it may change things.
I'm looking very much forward to the Blood Bowl as well. Yeah, he's a good fellow, that's for sure.
It is a romantic notion, don't you think?
So romantic. Yes,
Traveling across the sea to conquer the lands for his queen, and offer them as a bridal gift.
yeah, especially when he doesn't know he's even doing it. That's very romantic. So Natalie, what are you? Are you getting married? Are you taken?
And she explains the
Smooth.
and she'll blush, and she will nod, and she will confess to you that she is one of Gaspard's concubines.
Okay, so technically you're not taken. I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna ask, does he really eat people?
At this, her eyes will widen, and she will immediately stop talking to you.
No, come on, Natalie. It was just a rumor. Natalie, please.
She'll excuse herself, and she will go deeper into the house.
Shit, I'm gonna go chase after her.
Okay. You can follow her, and she will enter into a room. And you'll hear the clicking of a lock behind her. But you'll also hear something interesting from deeper into the guest house.
What is it?
It's the sound of music.
I know who it is. He's being sad and like weeping in his sad, sorrowful songs.
It is a very sad song, and it's actually really good. And it's not one of yours.
Okay, I one last time I'm going to apologize to Natalie, and I'm going to say, I did not mean to offend by asking, Natalie. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I just wanted to formally apologize through this door, and I hope we can speak again. And then I will follow the music. Why are you laughing?
Because I know something you don't know.
You are not a simp. That's all you need to know. So after I properly simp, I go to the music.
Okay, so you can travel towards the music. The rest of you arrive back at the All Shrine, or the All Faith Shrine. What do you do when you arrive?
So does anybody know where Harrison went? Where he could have gone?
Last time I seen him, he went after the meat.
Wherever they went to get the meat, probably got distracted by something shiny or pretty or both. A woman, an elf.
The guard mentioned the kitchen, which I'm assuming for one of the houses.
Yeah, it's getting awfully late though.
Do we go and look for Harrison, or do we go and look for the tiger?
Harrison.
Yeah, the tiger should be fine.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll be showing his face around here.
Well, I mean, I'm still going to go meet with the tiger, but I think we need to get eyes on Harrison first.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
so how do you want to go look for him?
trying to think
I
of
wouldn't know.
Are any of the
I wouldn't
guards
know.
still around?
Yeah, if you approach the well, I mean, there's guards kind of patrolling here and there, but if you approach the walls again, there's definitely probably the same guards that you just dealt with.
Yeah, maybe we
Oh,
can grab
God.
one and find, like, say, where did you go to get the meat?
We need to find our bard.
And he looks like he's actually about to give you some lip, and then the other guard from before, Harrison's bestie, he's going to step forward and he says, has something happened to Harrison?
I sent one of your guys to go get some meat to pacify the tiger. He took Harrison with him. Harrison did not return.
When we asked about it, he said that he wasn't Harrison's keeper.
So he's going to shoot a dark look at the fellow who said that, and the fellow who said that's like, dude, what the fuck? And then he's going to he's going to say he's basically going to interrogate him a little further, and now he's a little more forthcoming with answers, and you will find out that Harrison stepped out of the kitchen and into the dining room, and the last time he saw him, he was sitting at the table with Dwamir and a stranger.
So either not in danger or in incredible danger.
And he's going to he's going to say I think he'll actually send the other guard in to check on Harrison for you.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Sad music.
Yeah, so the sad music that you hear is Harrison. It's a beautiful song, and there's something in it that reminds you of what was her name? Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Yes. And this song is obviously about her, and it's full of loss and regret and sorrow. And what do you do?
Is it like in a room? Is it just like, can I walk in, or is there like a door?
Up the stairs, and then it sort of opens out into a balcony, and it's coming from the balcony.
I let out a big sigh because it makes me emotional too, and I look and I presume I see Clive.
Correct. Yeah, he's facing away from you. He's playing his lyre, and he's singing a sad song.
You know, your music isn't that bad when you do write it yourself. And then I'll walk up, and is it like kind of like a little like a bench that I can like sit on next, like on the opposite side?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll like sit on the opposite side, and then I'll say that.
He looks a little startled, and he'll stop playing, and he says, well, it's still no match for the song that you wrote, is it?
I think if you got out there, it could be about as popular, if not more. You doubt your own skills, Clive.
I spent my entire life training to be as good as I am, and I am good. And it's as if you picked up the lute, and overnight became a sensation.
Definitely not a sensation. It took months, sometimes years of work. I can still barely cast a spell.
Oh,
You
and you're a
that's like
wizard
a
now
sword.
too. Surprise, surprise.
But this is definitely by no means a competition, and I hate to see you like this.
He says, I wrote that song about her.
Then why did you do it?
Yeah, I told you before, it was an accident.
I don't know if I buy stabbing a person, considering it an accident. Did she accidentally fall onto the knife?
And he's going to he's gonna tell the story. If you'll allow him from his point of view.
Yeah, I mean, I'll listen. I don't know if I'll believe it, but I'll listen.
He says, "It was the night of the Battle of the Bards. You had just beat me, taking my position as the best bard.
Remy
Remy's-
already does not like the story.
Remy's the best
commentary.
bard." So he
Like,
says,
"Oh,
you had just
no."
dethroned me as best bard, and I came to find out that you had taken the woman that I loved. I got drunk. I don't remember. We must have had a conversation. I remember bits here and there. I was so enraged, and I did the unthinkable. I lashed out at her. But it wasn't me. It couldn't be. I loved her more than life itself. And he's gonna look over at you, and he's crying. And he says, "I will never be happy again. In this, I think that we're more alike in this way than different."
Harrison will actually go ahead and give him a hug, and he will tell Clive, I forgive you, but I will not forget.
He'll nod, and touched by your kind gesture, he suddenly said something. He raises the garret that he had concealed and begins to strangle you. No, he says, just in a wild moment, he says, "You should be the one playing the Blood Bowl, not me."
Clive, it's too late for that.
It's not. It's not.
It's not?
He says, "You should be the one to do it. It's what Jezebel would have wanted."
I think she would want both of us to play at the Blood Bowl.
And he sort of thinks it over, and he says, "Okay, let's do it. I have to run it past Dwemir, but as long as, well," and he kind of like lowers his head and sort of whispers. He says, "Well, there's a catch, you see."
What's the catch?
Well, it should come as no surprise, I suppose, that some of the fights are... Well, the outcomes are determined beforehand.
What are you talking about?
Well, we have been known to craft magic into our music from time to time, and we use our performance to tip the scales in the favor of the predetermined winner.
And what if they just don't know who I'm helping?
Well, they'll know.
Does there happen to be a predetermined list already?
I won't know until Dwemir gives the signal. on the day of.
What's the signal?
Well, thumbs up and thumbs down.
Like consecutively, or like thumbs up means go, thumbs down means don't, or what?
Yeah, he explains they have like a whole system, like he'll explain the system to you.
All right. What if you give me a signal and I know it's safe to cast my spell?
He says,
Give me 1 second. I'm having a call from work.
"Oh, okay." So we can switch back over to the other people. So the guard will come back a short time later and will inform you all that Dwamir has actually been expecting you, and you are invited inside the guest house.
Alrighty then.
Hmm.
Well,
should we?
Shall we?
I don't see why not.
You know, what the hell?
Hospitality's hospitality.
Yep. So you guys will be taken to the entrance to the guest house, and then navigated through the house and to the dining room. There's a lavish spread out on the table, and Dwamir is sitting there with a man that you have not seen before. But you guys probably get the same vibes. Like he definitely gives off some like Herald vibes a little bit. Just the way he's dressed a little bit. Yeah. And you are invited to sit down. Dwamir says, finally.
Apologies for our tardiness. Your invitation did not reach us until late.
I'm already eating.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
And Dwamir says, I see that you have all registered for the competition.
Yes, indeed we have. It was an interesting turn of events.
I assume Harold has spoken of the terms that I laid out for him before.
Indeed he has.
And as his wise counsel, he looks around the table to all three of you. He says, I'm sure that you urged him to the wisest course of action.
We did discuss it, but we have a counter proposal for you.
He grins, and when he grins, you can see that his that all of his front teeth are actually kind of like sharpened a little bit to a point.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
And he says, "Do go on."
You see, I understand where you're coming from and your need to maintain the status quo, but I feel that there are some miscalculations that you've made, and I see opportunities for your goals to be met while still allowing for different outcomes.
Go on.
What if instead you allowed for, say, either a fair fight or for our group to win, giving hope to the people, and in return, we still agreed to assist you with the orcs, and in fact rally some of the common folk to your side with the orcs. Instead, you have a more contented, hopeful populace, as the power of hope cannot be underestimated. Instead of having a downtrodden and beaten populace, you have a freer people who are still aligned with your goals. And perhaps we shift the power structure slightly, and maybe Stefan no longer occupies his same seat at the table. After all, he is not the most trustworthy, and I can say this as someone who traveled with him before he became who he is now.
And he'll look around the room. He'll dismiss his men, and till it's just you guys in the room, and he will have you sit closer so that he can speak quietly with you, and he will say, for this to work, we would have to make certain that the obstacles are removed completely. Stefan will not give up his power without a fight. Even if your man were to win, this would not secure anything.
Believe me, I know that well, but I am willing to take steps to maneuver, even going so far as to meet with Stefan and allow him to set me up for betrayal again, thinking he has the upper hand. Well, I am using my connection with him, my role, even going so far as to betray him myself, which would be a fairly unprincipled stance for a man of my faith and bearing, and yet it would be the right thing to do for everyone else. And so I will take that sacrifice and that hit for the greater good.
And Dwemer will basically give you his support in this moment. He agrees that a power shift could be good, but he and he's kind of glancing over at Malachi when he says this, like involving Malachi in this plot as well, and he not only wants to replace Stefan, but wants to replace Gaspard as well.
I can work with that. Let us meet again in a place that you feel is more secure, and discuss the best way of achieving these aims.
And with that, he will agree to do so, and I think he will retire. I believe Malachi will retire as well, leaving the three of you alone at the table.
And when they get up, I'll rise and bow to them.
Okay.
I'll wave.
Mouth still eating.
Yeah.
Mar.
And once they're gone, I'm going to apologize to Rook and Aziz. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to let you in on that. It was a recent development in a prayer ceremony with my god and with Lucidia before I met up with you, but...
Can we discuss this somewhere else?
Absolutely.
Agreed. Cheers.
And we'll grab something to eat and to drink. Should we try to find Harrison now?
Yep.
Who?
Or should we eat and drink a little bit more first?
So
We can eat and drink on the way.
So speaking
All
of
right. So we gather up now that decorum is over, we gather up loose food and drink and begin one. Oh, Harrison has a beard.
Isn't it beautiful? It's multicolored.
It's beautiful. So
Harrison and the Technicolor cat beard.
so Harrison, you're up there. You're talking with Clive. He was telling you about the signals and the plan and whatever. Where did we leave off on that conversation?
He was. I asked him if he would be willing to give me a signal, and that way I know when it's safe to cast my spell.
And he says, it's best not to upset Dwemer.
Yes, but if they're gonna make Harold lose, that's gonna be a problem for me. Especially if it's cheating.
I don't know who they're going to make lose. I just wait for the signal and then cast my spell.
What if you just happen to forget to look?
Dwemer will kill me.
Okay, then I will keep an eye out as well. And you don't even have to be involved.
And okay. And he
you
says,
didn't hear anything from me.
And so will you be playing the Blood Bowl by yourself?
No, can we play together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So at this, I think he's just emotionally exhausted, and he's going to, I think he's going to retire to his room.
That is completely fine. I will bid him a good night. And then, maybe stop by Natalie's room one more time.
Okay, what do you do?
Do you want to build a snowman? No, I'm kidding. I'll knock on the door and I'll ask if she will come
out. As you're doing that, I think Clive is probably like stepping into his room, like maybe a couple of doors down, and he's gonna see you knocking, and he says, "Oh, it's no use. She's deaf."
Oh God.
And then he slips into his room.
How do we get her to? I'm like a napkin somewhere nearby.
And that is where you guys find Harrison. As you
scrounging around for a napkin.
Arms full of food, you'll find Harrison.
Oh, do you guys have a napkin on you?
Nope, didn't have a free hand.
Sleeve.
Right. I really need a napkin.
Harrison.
No, you know what? I have a handkerchief. Why would I not have like a nice handkerchief?
Why would you only have one?
Exactly. So, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out one of my mini handkerchiefs and I will write, "Sorry for the miscommunication. I hope we can talk again soon." And I'll slide it under her door. And when she gets it, she gets it. And I'll sign it off as Harrison with a heart.
Okay.
Did you just use one of your good handkerchiefs to write a note?
No.
Oh. All right then.
I think you and Aziz still may be seeing things. I'm kidding, and I'll pat you on your head, your bald head. And
We have much to discuss. Have you accomplished whatever it was that you were trying to accomplish by wandering off here?
Oh yeah, the Blood Bowl is rigged.
Yes, we know.
The Blood Bowl is rigged. Gaspard is here.
Yes, and yes.
Wondering if there's anything else. Malachi is here from
Yes.
Harold's nice little tribe place.
We spoke.
Oh, hey, you have a sweet roll there?
Yes, would you like one?
Leg.
I would love a sweet roll.
We have like a tray of sweets and food and ale and We're just a walking party right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely grabbing some food.
Oh, also one of the staff in the house will show you to your rooms as well.
Oh yes, thanks to Fenric.
We have rooms.
Fenric is your wizardy friend?
Mm-hmm.
Extending hospitality to the bard and the bard's companions.
Is there something else I'm missing, John, from the information I've gathered tonight?
I think that's a pretty good summation.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like I'm missing something though. Oh well.
Have you
It'll
told us
come to
about
me.
Fenric, like in any kind of detail, or just like the?
Yeah, I'll basically explain that he was one of the students of Melvin, and I didn't really. It was kind of like I was like a private tutelage with him, so I never really got to interact with the students much. But when I did, it was very pleasant. And Fenric was a hard worker, and now he's kind of been left to his resources to have to. Does he work with Stefan? I think it is, right?
Yes, he does.
Yes,
Yeah, so he works for Stefan, and he kind of had no choice but to anyway. So
so in your private quarters, do you guys do you guys fill Harrison in on what you've learned?
I feel like this is not a free place to talk.
Okay.
I feel like, if Stefan has set these rooms up for us, they're probably bugged magically or something
magically bugged. I love it.
by his pet wizard.
And
So
as you suggest that as well, you will see a tarantula crawling up the wall.
Wait, when you said that, do you mean just Tyrion or everybody?
Well, Tyrion can see it first, but it can be pointed out to everybody else as well.
I'll just kind of quietly just kind of.
You have a head tick. What's going on? Got an itch?
Does everybody else pick up the cue except for Harrison?
Oh, I'll pick it up. I'm scared of shitless of spiders.
What's wrong? What's wrong with him? Why is Rook hiding underneath the bed? I'm confused. What's going on? Should I be hiding too?
I'm gonna check out the spider.
Okay.
Holy Mother Teresa! Oh my God! Spellbook ready?
Go ahead, Aziz. I'll cover you
I'm gonna kill it.
from over here about the door.
So.
Oh, nice. Discern realities with a 9, partial success. You get
What here is not what it appears to be. Basically, I was checking to see if it's a natural creature. I mean,
It is not. It does not give off any signs that this is a natural creature. This is something closer to a conjuration or an illusion. This is not a biological creature at all.
Somebody's got a thing for spiders.
I'm gonna see if I can magic missile it and just try and blow it off the wall.
Okay.
If it's an illusion, it'll just go through it. If it's a construct, it'll get scorched.
Get down from there.
All right. So I will definitely hit it and lose magic missile till tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, it'll hit it. It'll leave like a little wisp of smoke in the air as it sort of just poofs out of existence.
Yes. That's the same thing that tried to wrap itself around my throat in the shrine. Not sure
I
how.
slowly lower my spellbook.
I'm not sure how comfortable I feel staying here tonight.
Yeah, me neither.
But it found you in the shrine. Is there any safe place?
The forest with the tiger taking turns and watch.
The tiger. That wanted to attack us. It would have attacked us right then and there. It might be a very thinly veiled threat.
Perhaps.
Oh, and the most important thing I forgot. Guess who's playing in the Blood Bowl?
Who?
Okay, so if it's not Clive, who else would it be?
Would it be
Well-
you?
Yes! Me and Clive are both playing.
Well, that's an interesting turn of events.
He feels
So-
bad, and I forgave him for what he's done.
It's like the Milli Vanilli of the Blood Bowl.
Really
wait.
vanilla.
Excuse me.
Okay. So so that happened.
Yeah.
So are you guys staying here tonight or trying to?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so I'm gonna say like nighttime comes, you guys can do your resting stuff if you need to, commune and do your spells or whatever.
Yep.
The next morning is the first day of the tournament proper. So it's the so I think the opening ceremony will be like in the afternoon, and then there will be a couple like matches during the evening, and then the next day will be like it'll continue for maybe about a week. But you guys are definitely registered to fight in this thing. Probably not probably not the next day, but at some point after that, we'll start working your way through the matches or whatever. But what do you guys plan to do on this next day?
Well,
with the opening ceremony.
As soon as I wake up, I want to make sure. I want to see if I got a handkerchief back from Natalie.
Okay, so that's the thing you're checking for when you first wake up. What about the rest of you? What are your plans?
Well, the night before, I did want to go meet with the tiger.
Oh, okay.
Give
So
him-
that'll be
Give him
during
the
the night.
slab of meat and basically remind it to keep its distance from the town. Do I
Yeah.
know where it's from?
It's possible. You know where tigers exist. It's
Is that a
probably
spout lore?
it's nowhere. Oh yeah, go ahead and spout lore. I don't think it's anywhere we've been so far.
Nope, no clue.
Oh, okay.
Mark XP.
Woo, XP!
Mark that XP. Yeah, it's nowhere that we've been. And I'll even say that like that when you're I'll even say what you find out is that he actually doesn't have anywhere to go to because his home was destroyed.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm willing to take some time to teach him the basics of living on the plains.
Okay.
How to find water and which animals are good prey and such.
Okay.
Stay the hell away from the badgers.
And I would say through the course of this, I think that you guys have attained another ally, or you got some favors out there. This is another favor
Okay.
that you might be able to call on at a later date.
Okay.
That poor little halfling when he wakes up in the morning. Where's the tiger now?
um,
Cage still locked.
But we all left, so he knows it can't be us.
Well, exactly.
It's true.
and I think
Very true.
I think he'll impart some knowledge to you as well, before parting ways. He tells you of Adolin.
Okay.
Who is an ancient animal that is trapped in the menagerie as well, and that if you could help the tiger, you can certainly help Adolin.
Yeah. I will definitely be all about that. Because me and Rook have a plan to free everybody, so.
Okay.
Every animal, everybody. Yeah, I'm a droid, whatever.
Yeah.
And so he'll impart that knowledge to you, that there is an ancient animal in the menagerie, and then I think that's all he needs to do. I think he'll take your advice, and I guess he'll start heading to the plains in the south.
Okay. I will wish him luck. And yeah, not much else I can do.
Okay. Yes, and was there something we're forgetting? I feel like was that all there was to that?
Other than the giant spider creature.
Oh yeah. Well, there's that too. Yeah. So,
figuring out what actually happened, and I think we kind of concluded that it was not, in fact, the tiger that was draining the blood, but probably the creepy spider creature with the weird proboscis thing.
Yes.
I don't think we have proof of that, but I think we all feel pretty good about that being the answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I could be wrong, but that's where my money's going.
Yeah. Which means that Harrison's wizard friend is behind it all and wants the tiger back for a scapegoat. Which says Harrison's wizard friend is a bad dude. Sorry, Harrison.
It's okay, I understand.
So
we're going to have to kill your friend.
Well, that's not exactly how it went down. I just think he knew that there was something else out there. But whatever. We can jump to any conclusion we want.
Yeah. So that happens during the night. Aziz, you're able to slip your way back in. And what are your plans for the day? Anything in particular?
I guess I'm gonna case the zoo, so to speak, and start formulating a plan to where we're gonna go from here.
Okay. Aziz, will you be accompanying him?
I will.
Okay. Tyrion, what will you be doing?
I'm going to be filling them all in on the roots of my plan, and where it came from, what it's all about. I'm going to talk to Harrison about it, and then try and see what other pieces we need to set into motion in order to help Dwemir topple Stefan and Gaspard, along with, at the very least, getting a fair shake of winning in the arena.
Okay.
And do what I can to set that into motion before being there to witness Harrison's triumphant performance at the opening ceremony.
Okay. And Harrison, you said you were going to check to see if you got a response from Natalie.
Yes.
You do get a response. You are awoken by Natalie.
Yeah. Actually, more like
and she is going to show your handkerchief to you, and kind of quizzically look at you.
Is there like something else I can write on?
Oh,
So you were talking with her before, so she obviously.
Oh
knows
yeah,
you.
can she? So like when I'm like, can you hear me? Can you understand me?
And she is looking at your lips, and it takes her a moment to process, but she responds back, and she says yes, I can understand you.
Okay, so as slowly as I can for her, I will apologize about. I will just say cannibal, and I will say I overstepped, and I did not mean to offend.
And she will say, she will whisper, it's true.
Okay. And I will nod, and I will say, why don't we go get some breakfast before the ceremony?
And she'll allow you to escort her downstairs.
There you go, ladies and gents. That's how it's done.
Tyrion.
Harrison can't refuse a taken lady.
Never.
I'm
gonna get my ass eaten, not beaten.
Tyrion. Someone.
That came out a lot worse than it should have.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, that I didn't think about that until it came out.
How Harrison of you.
Yeah, right.
Tyrion, your presence is requested.
All right, I will go.
By Stevan.
Excellent.
Hey, what's up, Eliodor? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Unfortunately, we're pretty much about to wrap this up for the night, but it is good to see you always. Yeah. So he will, so you'll get some some servants. They will come down and tell you that your presence is requested, and begin to lead you into the fort to go meet with Stefan. Aziz and Rook, you guys are off for the day to go case the menagerie, and Harrison, you were enjoying a splendid breakfast with Natalie, and Clive will come down and join you later, and sorry, 1 second, is that Robin?
Yeah.
What's up, Robin? Miss you too, dude. How's it going, man? So good to see you. Thank you for
oh my god.
Yeah, thank you for showing up. Yeah, so Clive will come down and join you both, and Clive seems to be a little in better spirits today. He sits across from the two of you, and he's quiet, but it seems like he's being considerate of your presence. So yeah. And I guess that's where we'll leave it off, and then we'll dig into the meat of the next episode, the final episode for this particular arc. Now, due to some scheduling stuff, I'm not quite sure when that will be. So we've got some dungeon crawls lined up, but we're going to check in with Mort Cake and figure out when we can do this finale.
I see Risen Gaia is streaming right now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll set that up.
What? Okay.
Did you have someone else?
Valdrath, but either one.
Hang on, Titan.
Okay, cool. So we'll go say hi to Valdoranth. But yeah, so we'll set up that raid. But thank you so much everybody who did come and hung out. Thank you Shared Experience for the raid. Thank you Die Hack Studios for the raid. Thank you to everybody who stayed and hung out. We really appreciate it. If you we're here every
Mike.
You unpushed.
Oh goodness, how far into that did I unpush?
We got as far as thank you Die Hack Studios for the raid.
Yes.
And everyone for hanging out, and then that's it.
Okay, cool. So we'll be back here next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, running a dungeon crawl, and check out dndwow.com. Use our code theactionsturge. You can get 10% off of any color changing mood dice, which is super cool. So check them out. And thank you so much, Plaster Dragon, for playing with us tonight. Did you want to rep your channel?
Twitch.tv/Plaster Dragon. We're an Extra Life charity stream, and we do similar stuff to what's going on here. If I'm not there, I'm here. Either dungeon crawling or dungeon worlding. And this Saturday afternoon, we have a new show premiering. It's a Mutants and Masterminds show, and our very own Action Sturge will be one of the heroes. I will be another one, and Icky V is going to be our game master. So come watch us in a lower powered superhero campaign, kind of. I don't think it's a Watchmen style world, but think like Watchmen power level without Dr. Manhattan.
Yes.
And yeah, none of us are Dr. Manhattan, and I don't think she has one. But yeah, come check us out Saturday afternoon at 3 Eastern. We're gonna be messing around.
Yes, thank you, Terry and Forkpuff and Deacon, as always, the Action Sturge crew, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and raid Valdoranth, and everybody have a good night.
And